Virginia Bruno, and I'm here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, in this beautiful river valley that Edmonton has to offer. What a beautiful pink building. We were just talking, my associate and I, about Canada Place. There are so many offices that are in Canada Place, such as Indian Affairs office, as you can see. Did you know that Indian Affairs office were in the CN Tower, downtown Edmonton at one time? I know this because my dad, Gregory Jacko, told me so. Gregory Jacko was a revolutionary in his own right. He challenged the Government of Canada in a strike action plan to acquire a brand new school for his reserve of Cold Lake First Nations in 1970. Band council and on school committee on the reserve of Cold Lake First Nations. He and my mom didn't like the fact that his children were having to be schooled in portables for junior high because there weren't any washrooms in them. So they went about seeking those in authority to acquire a brand new school for Cold Lake First Nations. He went to the chief of our reserve to ask if he would back him up in his initiative to go on strike. Chief Ralph Blackman agreed. Then Gregory Jacko had to take this idea to the Minister of Education, and they said, yes, go ahead with your plan. The remarkable thing about my dad is that he did not get paid for his position of counselor. Out of his own pocket, brought people back and forth from Cold Lake to Edmonton, sometimes making that trip twice in a day. The reason why he had to do that is some of these people did not have vehicle, and so he wanted them to participate in the meeting, so they went with him. All parents on the reserve kept their kids home, or like my parents did, brought us to town school for 9 months. I was 5 then, and I remember it like it was yesterday, the day when I walked into my grade 1 class at St. Dominic's Catholic School. Word got out, and all the other reserves in the area got on board with my dad's initiative and sat in at the Indian Affairs offices at the CN Tower. After 9 long months, the Government of Canada sent Harold Cardinal, the Minister of Indian Affairs, to let my dad, Gregory Jacko, know that they were getting a brand new school. Not only Cold Lake got a brand new school, but Saddle Lake, Cahuen, and Frog Lake would all receive schools for their reserves as well. All because of one man who wasn't afraid to stand up for what is right, especially when it came to his children and First Nations people. I tell you all this about my dad because the same passion that was brewing in him is now brewing in me, which is how I started my own business called Tu-Kanatan Inc. What is Tu-Kanatan Inc, you may ask? Let me tell you first what Tu-Kanatan means in a couple of languages in Canada. Tu means water in Chipewyan. Kanatan means pure and clean in Cree. Tu-Kanatan is an Aboriginal-owned business based in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Tu-Kanatan is a research and consultation business serving the First Nations people of Alberta. We are a third-party business entity that will go into the First Nations reserves here in Alberta and assess the problems on a first-hand basis regarding the housing and water infrastructure found on First Nations reserves. We will research and consult each member of every participating reserve for the best solution for their water and housing problems. We will take those problems and put it in a database solution and present them to the Government of Canada so as they can fix the problems directly. We will work with each reserve's chief and council to help implement the best contract solution for them regarding their water and housing problems on their reserve. To assist Tu-Kanatan Inc. in getting the word out, because we need 10% equity of $100,000 that Alberta Indian Investment Corporation is willing to give us in a grant. Hi.
We're from Tu-Kanatan Inc.
Hi. We just want to say thank you for your time
and watching the video.
Yes, and your participation we look forward to.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Have a great day. Bye.